Hi everyone. Hello. I hope that everyone is doing well and is having a good week. I really do apologize for needing to cancel our class. There was something that they really want honors program faculty to do, and we all have our things to do, and we all have the bosses we need to make happy. So this is what I've done. All right. So for this week, we were supposed to really talk about thesis statements. And I want you to have the information as early as possible. So I have for this week a bunch of pretty quick activities. You can probably do them all in 15, 20 minutes. They're meant to be fast. You can move through them. And the goal is to really understand what a thesis statement is. And I want us to have this information earlier rather than later because it makes essay number 3 a little bit easier as we're writing them. So in this video, I want to talk specifically about a few clarifications about essay number 3. I've gotten a couple of emails and messages over the last couple of days from students who weren't entirely sure what they should be doing. And one thing I want to say is if you are stuck, if you are confused, please send me a message as soon as you can. That's going to make everything much easier. So a couple of quick things I want to say and kind of refresh our memories about for the third essay. So for this topic, you have the 2 poems that we had for last week. So the first one is Neil Hilburn's OCD, and the second one is Sabrina Benaim's Explaining My Depression to My Mother. So you have those 2 poems, and you have the one article from last week and the one article from this week. So the article on OCD and the article on depression and anxiety. So for the paper, you must choose at least one of the poems. All right, so choose either Neil Hilburn's OCD or Sabrina Benaim's Explaining My Depression to My Mother. If you would like, you are welcome to work on both of them. And you would just play with the question with the thesis. So that you would have something like Sabrina Benaim's poem and Neil Hilburn's poem demonstrate blank about mental health. All right, so you must choose at least one of the poems. Now, the other rule for this paper is you must use at least 2 quotes from one of the articles we have read. How you split this up is entirely up to you. You can choose 1 quote from each of the articles. That's fine. That still fulfills the requirement. Or, and this might be especially helpful if you're really focusing on Neil Hilburn and OCD or Sabrina Benaim and depression and anxiety, you can take both quotes from the same article. Now, you do not have to do that. There are all different kinds of combinations that you can create. What really matters is that you are announcing an argument about the poem or poems, and you are backing it up by using evidence. All right? And if you are all unsure how to do either of those things, let me know. But your thesis should be about the poem. Now, another thing I got questions about, and I'm going to put in a quick clarification here, is you can make your argument as specific as you want with mental health. All right, so if you are focusing on Neil Hilburn's OCD, you can play with the actual essay assignment and make it something like, what does Neil Hilburn's poem demonstrate about how OCD works? All right, so you can make your argument specifically about OCD. That's fine. If you would like to have an argument about mental health in general, so Neil Hilburn shows blank about mental health and mental illness, that is fine too. If you are kind of stuck between a couple of options for your argument, that's okay. Feel free to send me an email, or we can talk through Zoom, which is very much like Skype, or you can text me. We can have a phone call if you want over the next week, but let me know if you have any questions. All right, and I'd be more than happy to send further clarification if anything would be helpful.